What are the first steps when it comes to actually setting up your website or your internet presence or your domain name for that matter? And that's a very commonly asked question by a lot of our clients. A lot of the clients come to us and say, hey, you know what, we want a website. So they know what they want, but they don't know what they need to have in order to get what they want. Okay, and to break it down basically into three portions is your company's domain name, or TLD as we call it. So you have to register your domain name. Secondly would be your hosting space. So you need to actually purchase space, this space, usually by the same service provider that provided you with the domain name, for hosting your website and usually your emails as well. So the space, which is called hosting space, is what you're going to purchase. The domain is what you're going to purchase. And then you'd be able to actually get a web designer or developer to actually build your actual website on these parameters by using your web space that you purchased and utilizing your domain name. Okay, so those three elements always have to be kept in mind, that your website is dependent on your domain name and web hosting. And your domain name and web hosting are two separate things. Okay, you can actually purchase a domain name without any hosting. If you want to keep a domain name, we call it parking. You know, you don't want to use it just yet, or you want to point it to your other domain name that you've registered, you know what I mean, for SEO purposes, meaning search engine optimization purposes, which is a very common practice. But the main thing literally being is that those two steps, the hosting space and the domain name, you know, only then, once they've been acquired, will the designer be able to literally design or develop a website for you. So just keep that in mind.